I'm Meredith. Today I want to talk about winter fatigue. As we are now in the absolute death grip of winter, most all of us are probably feeling a little less than energized. And it's actually a thing, it's not just you, it's pretty much all of us. So, what is it? It's called winter fatigue. Some people call it the winter blues, and some other people refer to it as seasonal affective disorder. And so, if you are feeling particularly tired right now, hi to share you are not alone. Not at all. In fact, I think a lot of us feel like zombies at this time of year. And it generally boils down to a lack of sunlight. But let's really get into it. I have done some research, y'all. I've been doing this for a while now, and I wanted to talk to you about just this one little thing. So, let's see what it actually says about what winter fatigue really is. Winter fatigue is not laziness or a lack of discipline. It is a biological response to reduced daylight, colder temperatures, and seasonal shifts that signal the body to conserve energy. Ooh, that makes me feel a lot better about myself. So, yeah, you're literally not lazy. Your body is in winter mode and it moves a little slower. So, modern life ignores these signals and it creates exhaustion rather than balance. Now, what does winter fatigue feel like? Well, it feels like a lot of things, but here's some things that are fairly common that you can be on the lookout for as pretty strong signals that you are dealing with some winter fatigue. Low motivation, even after sleep. And I mean, even after a good night's sleep. And we all know the difference when we wake up. So, if you want to go back to sleep, you didn't have a good night. And if you're feeling like, oh, okay, I got rest, but holy crap, I don't have anything in the tank, that's what this is. If you feel heavy, like, yeah. And if you feel like you can't think necessarily as quickly as you typically do, these are all symptoms of winter fatigue. So don't beat yourself up. There's things we can do. So here's the real reason though, y'all. Why winter really drains you. Number one is a lack of sunlight. That reduced daylight, it really greatly reduces the amount of vitamin D that's available in our body. And since vitamin D is available for virtually every process in the human body, it's fairly important. It's like the key to everything, right? So during winter and during the time that you might be feeling the effects of this winter fatigue, there's some weird things that you might start going through. Let's talk about them. One of them is a craving for sweet stuff. Oh my gosh, and how many of us fight this, especially in the winter? You know, I have been on a clean and whole food diet now for approaching 3 years. Nonetheless, at this time of year, with the gray clouds and the cold temperatures and the Arctic wind and the big snowfalls that keep coming, I find myself kind of wanting a Snickers bar. No, I'm not going to break down and have it, but I'm just saying, yeah, it's not just you. Another thing, we're really pretty irritable at this time of year. A whole lot of grouchiness is going on, and I am certainly not excluded. Ask Farmer Chad, he'll tell you. Now, another thing, and this one actually disturbs me more than any other of the symptoms that other people tend to display, and that is emotional flatness. So, if you have a loved one or a friend or family member who at this time of year tends to start sounding like they don't care about anything or like kind of robotic, this is clearly the reason. All right. The last thing that you can point to is that you have the urge to hibernate. And you know what? That's what this time of year really is, right? If only our jobs, not that I work and I understand that. I don't work outside of the home anymore, but I have. If only our jobs understood that wintertime is not the time to expect us to perform incredibly well. We just need the winter off, right? All right. So another thing that is a driver for why this happens is not just a lack of sunlight, but this is related to exposure to sunlight. It's your circadian rhythm. One of the things I really constantly talk about is making sure that you try and get yourself outside in the first hour of sunrise, because during that glorious time of day, even actually when you can't visibly see the sun, you get exposure to these beautiful healing infrared rays. But these rays are also very important for the circadian rhythms in our brain and body. Because as much as we might not want to admit it, we are actually designed to go to sleep, when the sun goes down, not the moment that it goes down, but we are supposed to be up with the sun. What those rays do is they penetrate deeply. They'll even go through your clothing. Unfortunately, no, it can't penetrate glass of any kind. So, but getting outside and getting exposed to these rays penetrates deeply, and it will even stimulate your pineal gland, which is actually the controlling factor in your melatonin serotonin rhythms. And that's the wake. Serotonin is your wake up and do things hormone from the brain, and melatonin is the okay, it's time to sleep. All right, so how do we overcome this crap? Like, really? Because this sucks. And I'm tired of trying to get through the day, trying to walk through what feels like maple syrup, right? That's not fun. It takes so much out of me. Number one, oh, I was just talking about this morning light exposure. Get outside within 30 minutes of waking, even on cloudy days. Wow, that's amazing. All right. Eating for steady fuel. Oh, yeah, this one's big. Protein, 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 baby. Protein and fat, that's what we need. Animal protein and animal fat. Little to no carbohydrates because, frankly, we just don't need it, especially not at this time of year. And when you stay satiated with protein, your insulin levels tend to remain really steady. All right, here's another one that I really like: warming of your body. Indulge yourself a little bit, because here's a really big secret: it's not indulgence. Self-care is not self-indulgence. It's required, because if you're not pouring into yourself, if you are not if you're not rewarding your body with what it needs to do what it's designed to do, well, you're really cheating yourself out of a whole lot, right? So let's make sure we have ourselves at the top of the list. I don't personally feel like you can do a whole lot of things very well if you're not cared for. I mean, seriously, how many things can you do well when you're like hungry? Well, think about the fact that your body might be really starving for real nutrients, and it's just trying to work on empty. Like, it's like for fishing on credit, right? Fish on credit. Let me take 1 second here, guys. Hey, First Lady, how are you, darling? Chi, hi, it's so good to see you and to share your official Jamie. Hi, darling. Terrace, hey, Terrace Garden, how you doing? All right, guys, now let's get back to the subject at hand. I really do feel like this is incredibly important. Virtually everyone I know right now, especially the ladies out there, we're tired, man. We're just tired, and we're just like, I don't want to. I get it. And I don't want us to beat ourselves up over this, but I do think it's really important that we address it and we think about how we can overcome it without beating ourselves up or draining our bodies down to nothing. There's no need for all of that, right? All right. Warming the body, eat hot meals, take very warm showers. Again, it's not indulging, it is caring for yourself. Dress in layers and make sure that you are paying attention to your body's temperature signals. This is incredibly important. Oh, thank you, Odoms. This is incredibly important, especially at this time of year, because this is a dangerous time to be out of doors doing work. If you can make yourself do it, it's really hard right now. I totally get it. But and then becoming overheated and not able to get away from that, and then getting chilled to the bone, essentially. Like, these are we've got to start paying attention to ourselves. Truly. I used to have this terrible issue, you guys, where I didn't get signals that it was time to go to the bathroom until it was pretty much too late. And that, as it turns out, comes all the way back to this and not having enough sun exposure, so not having enough vitamin D produced. I don't have that problem anymore. But, whoo, the laundry list, it's long. All right, now this particular piece of advice is so near and dear to my heart. If you're suffering from this, and you likely are, be gentle. Seriously. Move gently. This is not the time to go join a gym. and overcome all the things that you feel like you're doing wrong all at one time. Also, that's essentially a recipe for failure. I don't recommend it. If you want to do it, I pray for you, but I hope you don't, because it's just we expect too much out of ourselves without giving ourselves what we need necessarily sometimes. So move gently and be kind to yourself. I'm always telling you guys that. All right. Try to make sure that what you're doing also is supporting your minerals and your vitamins. And yes, I understand that we should be able to get our vitamins and minerals from our food supply. But let's just be real, it's not there. The food has trace amounts. We are not going to get the nutrition that we need from any of the food, even if we grow the food ourselves. Why? Because we all live on the same planet that's been raped, pillaged, pesticided, fungicided, and all other things half to death. So our soils are depleted. We are depleted. It's time to replete ourselves, truly. All right, so we also need to understand, excuse me, that in winter, it's like we're on an entirely different operating system. You know, once the sunlight starts to really expand in hours and in the position of the sky where we're getting more of an angle from the sun that's more beneficial for us in the spring and in the summer, you know, you get more ready to go, ready to go. It's like you get your engines going. Think about that, right? But I think now, going into next winter, if you didn't happen to know, I think that it's a really, really important thing to do for yourself to understand ahead of time. Winter is the season to slow down. It's the season to rebuild and to take care of yourself. Again, I think this is very important, and I very much want other people to experience the incredible health rebuilding experiences and benefits that I'm experiencing still. It's not that hard. I promise it's not. It's just a matter of realizing what's real and what isn't. All right, now I'm going to make sure that I say hey to everybody. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. This weather sucks. It just sucks. It's too cold. Very much too cold for me anyway. It's difficult for me to make myself go outside. Y'all, mornings with chickens has become a two-person job, and it takes about 7 minutes to do. So there's no point in me going live in the morning. I don't have time to hold the phone. It's freaking cold out. All right. Oh, okay. Well, I think I might have said hello to all of you, but I'm going to make sure that I say hello. And thank you for coming. I want to say once again, thank you, Life with Tashiria. Hi, honey. It's so good to see you. Odom at Odom's Homestead. Thank you very much. Terrace Garden. Hi, darling. The Garden Hoe channel. Oh my gosh, girl. The walk in the snow. It was amazing. It truly was. Thank you for that. It was a gift. Official Jamia. Noah Leal. Noah. I'm sorry. I probably said your last name very wrong. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for the flower Odoms. First Lady again. And as always, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate everything that you do. And everything that you do in the chat. Specifically, you are wonderful. All right, people. All right, I'm going to wrap up with this. If you're feeling tired, these are the reasons why. And I encourage you to help fortify yourself with real food and some biologically active vitamins. But more than anything, go easy on yourself. You know, it's slow and gentle, and rebuilding is not quick. It is never going to be quick. It takes time. How old am I? I am 56 years old. Hi, Rosina. How are you? Are Jewish people safe in here? Why wouldn't they be? We're all just people here, guys. We love each other. Regardless, even if you're not a nice person, I might not like how you behave, but I love you as a human being, and all I want for you is the best. Truly. I just want people to feel good and normal, because people who feel good are happy people, and happy people are kind people. Are you seeing a theme here? That's just the end result I'm looking for. You know, just for people to feel really wonderful. Thank you so much. You think my eyes are beautiful. That's very sweet. They change colors, but I really do appreciate that. All right, people, this is my mission in life. I finally have come to realize my mission in life is truly to share all the things that I have learned, um, about how simple it is for us to care for ourselves and our health. And this is not to exclude doctors, but actually to include them even more. Because what I want to do is help teach you what your body is actually trying to tell you. Because our symptoms, they're not just our body breaking down and doing us wrong or dirty, it's a signal. Your body's saying something to you. Well, I'm going to help you decode it. I've been working on it for a long time. And again, I just want to give this gift to everyone. The gift of health, you can't beat it. All right, guys, I'm out of here once again. And as always, please remember, love yourself and be kind to each other. I'll see you next time. Bye.